Let's move on to some monophonic material. And in this video, we are going to look at 3 examples. So 2 basses and 1 with vocals. Okay, so this is the previous example we've used. So I'm going to mute that one because I didn't save it. So this is not quantized. And the one we are going to work with in this example is the first one, is the bass, and it's this one down here. So that's the sound you should focus on. Just one more thing, if you're watching from your phone, it might not translate very well. You might not be able to hear the bass. So let's listen to that in context. Okay, so there are 2 issues. The first one is that it is out of time. And the second one is that in certain notes there's quite a bit of gap in here. Let's zoom in. Okay, so that was Control Z. So this gap here it's very noticeable, so we're going to have to address that as well. So have a listen. But let's start with the timing. So Command F, let's send that one on. Always check, because this is the wrong algorithm. I want monophonic. And let's start correcting the time. So the first one here is way out of time. So 3 flex markers. And then pull that one all the way to the bar. Okay, just a tiny bit, after the bar, but okay, let's push it in. That's way out of time, so I'm going to place some markers on the next notes and then pull that one in, so that is in time. That's fine. I would probably leave that one. If you want to quantize it, be perfectly robotically perfect, yeah, just go ahead and do that. So the timing is done, so everything is in time, but we need to address the gaps now. So what we do is we zoom in and go all the way to the end of the tail where there is no bass. So let's solo it. Okay, and I'm going to place a single marker here, and then I'm going to stretch that. So normally, if you have more complex material, you don't stretch it all the way until it becomes red, because that creates a high speed section and you get this message here. But if you have simple material like we do here, you can get away with it. So you can try it, stretch it as much as you want, and see if it has problems when you play it back. So in this case, we won't have a problem. So I'm going to create that high speed section and let's have a listen. See, you can't even tell. So normally don't push it as much, but if you have simple material, you can go ahead and do that. So there's no gap here now. Much better. I would probably normally leave that one out because it's not perfect that way. It has a bit of a more of a human element, but this one looks like it will be a problem. Yeah. Same procedure here. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to solo it. That's fine. Single marker here, and then extend that. And I can go all the way in. I don't care about the high speed section. Always have a listen back, especially in solo. It's perfect. You can't listen to any clipping or anything weird. This one will also be a problem. Yes, let's stretch that one out as well. Okay, single marker. Let's stretch that one as well. Yes, create. Let's have a listen. In solo. That's fine. That is okay. This one is going to be a problem. Of course. So zoom in. Yes, I'm going to place my marker here. And then extend that. Create. And the last one. So marker here, extend, oops, we need another one here. And there's not much difference if I leave it just right before, you can't even tell the difference. So let's have a listen on how you would normally do that. And let's have a listen to the whole thing. And that's it. Both the timing and the gaps have been fixed. Always listen back and see if you have any issues and do the best you can with the material you have. Now you're probably thinking, well, this is just quarter note, there's nothing special here to fix. Well, let's have a look at a more complex bass example. So here we have another example with bass, and let's have a listen. It's so out of time that it makes the drums look out of time. So no need to fix anything else other than the timing here. So let's turn flex on, turn that on. Again, it goes to the one that I don't want, so always check. We want monophonic. And let's start correcting the timing. So the first problem is it doesn't come in with the kick. It's not very tight, so let's see if these are correct, these flex markers here. Yeah, these are different notes, so that's fine. So 3 flex markers here, and then compress that one so it's right with the kick. See, it's much tighter right now. Okay, let's see what we've got now. I actually think I'm going to leave the whole section here as is. It sounds okay, and if I go really, just start moving everything right to the grid, it will start quite robotic, so I don't want that. And since that one sounds good, I'm going to leave it as is. Okay, the first one we really need to fix is this one here. So again, 3 flex markers and push that one there. And then that one, definitely that one. Well, now we might have a problem here. Let's have a listen. Yeah, I will probably move those as well. So that one here, that's fine. Yeah, let's have a listen. And that comes in a bit early now. So let's do that. Oh, definitely that one. That's way too early. Early, I think. Let's have a listen. No, I want you to go here. That's fine. And now the one we really need to fix is this one. This is way out of time. Okay, that's good. Everything sounds fine. I'm just playing it back to see if I want to really fill that gap in here, but I think it sounds good to my ears now. So let's have a listen to the whole thing now. Yeah, that sounds right. So go in and just fix the spots that you really need to fix. So it looks like we've done a lot of work here, but it's actually just moving it by a bit. And the really out of time stuff you definitely have to fix. But I think it works really nice now. And let's move on to some vocal examples. Let's see how we can use flex with vocals. This is a draft of a project we are working on with a vocalist, and it's a draft. It's far from the final version, and one of the reasons I picked that to demonstrate flex is because it's not perfect. I want you to see how well flex can work on material that is not perfect. And that is the material you will most likely be working with, especially if you're just a mixing engineer and you're being sent stuff, so you're not tracking them. So we have two different takes here that were not supposed to be layered together, but let's see how that will work. Now, one thing that I need to mention, especially because most of the viewers of this series might be beginners, this technique makes the vocals thicker and wider, but you shouldn't use it everywhere. In my opinion, it's not for every genre, and it's not for every section of the song. So if you're building your track, energy-wise, the chorus will be higher than the verse. So that's a technique you could use on that part. In any case, we will go ahead and use it on the verse, just to demonstrate what we have. And, it's another tool in the toolbox. So you can always use that if you have to. So let's have a listen first.
Take the pennies off my eyes, 'cause I'm not dead see. I'm gasping for new air. Or ask me for the kiss to bring life to a drowning love.
Now let's solo them.
Take the pennies off my eyes, 'cause I'm not dead see.
So right now, you can hear the bleed here. Yes. Well, it's a draft, so it doesn't matter. So right now it sounds like two different layers, so you can tell it's that. So the goal with the flex is to actually go in. Let's actually turn it on first. And time align them so they sound like one vocal take. So let's turn that one and turn that one on. Of course, it's the wrong one, so always check. We need monophonic. Okay, so let's see. So the goal is, so let's say that this take is the one that I like, the one I prefer. So what I'm going to do, I will work on the second take and make that as close as I can to the good take. So in this case, we will use this one. So, and something else you can actually do, just to be safe, is to make a flex marker in between the phrases so that you don't mess up. So if I do mess up, it will be just on this phrase here. So let's go in and start correcting it.
Take the pen.
I will use, don't want that here. Okay, another one here. And I don't want that. So I'm going to stress this one here and that one here. Okay.
Take the pen.
Okay, that's good. And sometimes you're going to have to go by shape. So this one goes up, that one goes up. We are going to try to align the shapes. So that's probably the start here. Okay, so we can stretch. No, we can stretch that. And then move that one as well. I'm going to put a marker here. Yeah, that looks all right. And maybe No, just push that one back a bit. Let's have a listen.
Take the pennies off my eyes, cause take the pennies off my eyes.
And in the mix,
Take the pennies off my eyes, cause
so you see, that's the thing, the effects we're going to use and the mix will hide that it's two layers. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Or the flex marker here. And then extend that a bit. Okay.
my eyes.
Okay, this one definitely needs to go a bit further in the front.
Cause I'm not dead.
That's fine. And maybe stretch that one a bit.
Cause I'm not dead. See.
Let's see what we've got here. So I can see that I can push the whole thing back a bit. Okay, and then grab this one. Maybe push that one back a bit. Yeah, the shapes are all right. So that's the thing, it's not perfect. So always check back and see what you've done. So I'm going to put a marker here, extend this one a bit. That one looks all right. So let's have a listen.
Take the pennies off my eyes, cause I'm not dead. See.
Yeah, so this already starts sounding like it's one vocal. Imagine if we had a better take as well. So let's do this one, this phrase as well. So we are going to extend that one a bit. Don't want you here. Extend, compress that one. Move that one. That looks to be okay. We can move the whole thing in the front. Do I have a marker here? I do. So let's move the whole thing. Actually, I'm going to delete that. Place a new marker and bring that forwards a bit. And then add some markers here. And then compress that. So let's have a listen and see what's up.
I'm gasping for new air.
Okay, so that's basically it. So let's have a listen from the beginning.
Take the pennies off my eyes, cause I'm not dead. See. I'm gasping for new air.
And that's the method you use. So, of course, this one are dead center. So what you normally do, if you want them really wide, you pan one hard left and one hard right. So that's the effect.
Take the pennies off my eyes, cause I'm not dead. See.
Which I think is too much, but depending on what you want is okay. So it would probably go a bit, around in Logic 20.
Take the pennies off my eyes, cause I'm not dead. See.
Depends on what you want, even less.
Take the pennies off my eyes, cause I'm not dead. See. I'm gasping for new air.
Yeah, that's more to my liking for this part here. Now, that's it. So now, when we are going to record the final version of this track, and we have the good take, I will have him do another take that is as close to that as possible. So we may use that, we may not use that, but it will be there in case we need it. And I'll see you in the next Flex video.